It's your boy Jimmy Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing, reporting live from Dallas, Texas. I'm here with one of the best women fighters in the world, Marlen Esparza. How you doing, Marlen?
I'm doing well.
Listen, man, we're here in Texas, obviously, your home state. How's everything going as far as the preparation for this fight?
It's been a great camp. Everybody always says that, but we're always working on something new, trying to make sure that I don't just work on the strategy, but make sure that I continue to grow off of what I already learned the previous camp and with the previous opponent. So I really feel like this is going to be one of the strongest performances because we've been working really hard. As soon as we stepped out of the ring, we said we wanted another fight. Golden Boy wanted another fight, and we've been busy ever since.
I think you make an interesting point because I feel like at this level, right, it's all about being able to make adjustments, being able to see, you know, the things that one can improve on, right?
Right.
So just going off of your last fight, what do you feel that you've learned from that fight entering into this one?
You know, I really had to sit down with her and get ugly. Basically, I had to make it an ugly fight because that's not what she's used to. She's used to making the fights ugly, and I really had to get in there and not be so cute and so pretty and not so fast and less boxer and more bully. And that was something that we worked on, something that I added to my repertoire. And now I know that if that ever happens again, or there's something I need to do to be a bully, then I can do that as well.
Well, you think of about women's boxing, it's really been on the rise, right? I mean, you have fighters such as yourself, Clarissa Shields, and you have many other fighters, Amanda Serrano, and you guys have become somewhat of ambassadors for women's boxing, right? Where do you see women's boxing, you know, within the next 2 to 3 years?
Women's boxing is going to be on the rise, and it's going to stay there, especially because in the past it was a little bit sketchy because there was that gap between Layla Ali and Christy Martin, Lucia Riker. There was that huge gap of time between the games and
That's right.
coming out, Katie Taylor, me, the Serrano sisters, everybody, you know. And now there's little girls that are continuing that pattern.
That's
There's
right.
girls that I see where I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that I am not going to be boxing when you're older. And I think that momentum is going to continue on, and I think we're just going to keep becoming headliners, and people are really starting to realize that women's boxing is something exciting to watch, and there's a lot of grudge matches.
Great point.
And there's a lot of skill.
And my last question for you is, you know, I have to ask you, you know, Seniesa Estrada, obviously, you know, she recently left Golden Boy, signed with Top Rank, and I know she's still kind of chopping at the bit, you know, kind of throwing your name out there. Will that rivalry ever, do you feel like it would ever end, or do you foresee maybe sometime in the future a potential showdown in the near future?
Definitely. That fight is inevitable. I know people are kind of thinking it's not going to happen because I want to be undisputed. I want my belt, but she's at 105 pounds. So when we fight, it has nothing to do with belts. It has to do with who's the better fighter.
Yep.
And we're gonna have to figure all that out. What weight class, how we're gonna do it. But it's completely a grudge match, and it's gonna happen. I probably even see a third one.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you again. Is there any last shout outs you want to give to any of your friends, any of your family that's back home and watching?
You know, just shout out to everybody that supports me. Shout out to, you know, my son, Sing, I love you. And just really all my friends and family, my gym, the O, my trainer.
Already.
Everybody that's there. Texas, Houston.
Already. It's your boy Jimmy Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing, signing off with Marlen Esparza.